Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Thursday, November 9th, 2023. And in 20 days, if I make it, and the world doesn't end, 77 Sunset Strip. Boop, boop. You don't remember that song, huh? Anyway, it'll be 77. And man, all the cats my age. So, oh man, glad we're young. Hate growing up during these times. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart to see what's going on. And I surround myself with beauty. In my office, I probably have almost 300 plants, and I water all of them because the world is going to shit right in front of our eyes. And if we don't stop it, it's going to be the end of life on Earth. What's going on, again, World War III has already begun. As I keep saying, when all else fails, they take you to war. It went from the COVID war to the Ukraine war and now the Israel war. So not only hit the markets. Let's see. The S&P 500 slipped 0.8%, snapped its longest winning streak since 2021.
Absolute bullshit.
It ain't a fucking winning streak. It's a rigged fucking game. The whole thing is going down big. Wouldn't you love to be living in the Middle East right now, particularly Israel? Your economy is going to do great. Countries at war. People is, oh yeah. China, again, all the data's in your magazine. The Trends Journal will give you more right now. So why did the markets go down? Quote, the Federal Market Committee, a bunch of fucking scumbags, is committed to achieving a stance. Hey, listen to this fucking crap. Who the fuck are you talking to? The fucking banksters that a cock-sucking prick, probably a real cocksucker because he wasn't a man, Woodrow Wilson, that gave us World War I, the IRS, federal income tax, and made up the fucking Federal Reserve. Anyway, I got to calm down. The Federal Open Market Committee is committed to achieving a stance of monetary policy that is sufficiently restrictive to bring down inflation to 2% over time. We are not confident that we have achieved such a stance. His remarks to the International Monetary Fund. You mean International Mafia Federation? Oh, this is the Powell. This is the Grand Powell who said there was no inflation. It was only temporary, only transitory. Now swallow more of my shit. It's shit day. It's fucking shit day every day. Shit coming out of the politicians' mouths. The bullshit repeated by the little fucking prostitute ballers. And I can't say the other word. Bitches and bastards. All they're selling is.
That is bullshit.
That's all they sell.
Bullshit.
So the market, I'm telling you, man, this thing's going to go down. With the war going on in the Middle East, this is big. It ain't going to stop. Again, nobody has a fucking clue the 39 weeks of protests going on. I ask everybody. They don't know dick about shit about the protests going on in Israel before this happened. They don't know anything about what that, quote, extreme right-wing government, there it all is in your Trends Journal since the beginning of the year, has been doing to the Palestinians. This thing is going to expand. So, and Syria and Iran, what Israel's doing, you can bomb anybody that they want. Again, this is the Crusades 2000 that we have warned about. Yep. And here it is. I'm going to read this again because everybody should know this. Again, this is from your Trends Journal. Subscribe to the Trends Journal, trendsjournal.com. The grand total of $2.86 a week. We're giving you what nobody else on the planet is giving you. And the more subscribers we have, the more we can do. And this is helping you a lot, this magazine. Again, 2006. Regardless of what England's reasons or intentions were, self-serving or otherwise, Crusades 2000, the cover of this week's magazine, was set in motion by the 1917 Balfour Declaration that no one knows a fucking thing about except the people that really care about this stuff. That laid the foundation for Israel. You ready? Quote, His Majesty's government views with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people and will use the best endeavors to facilitate the achievement of this objective. His Majesty's government? Look at the fucking Majesty's government. There he is. Little fucking the king over there. Look at this fucking freak show. They're dressed up in these fucking drag costumes. Look at this fucking shit. And people bow to this shit. Fuck you, His Majesty. Maybe His Majesty likes to get fucked. Don't get excited, Salenti. This is the clown running the show. Look at these fucking people. His Majesty declares. His Majesty's government views with favor the establishment in Palestine, all right? A fucking prick. A murderous fucking clan that slaughtered people all over the world. The sun never sets on the British Empire. The sun never, we kill people everywhere. What the fuck are you saying what should go on in Palestine? And all you fucking scumbags that say I hate Jews, fuck off. As I said, 3 of my last 4 girlfriends were Jewish, and my best friends are Jewish. And you know why Jewish men die before their wives? After having 3 of my last 4 girlfriends are Jewish, they want to. It's a joke, and I didn't make it up. Take it easy. I'm not anti-American when I'm against America's wars. I'm not anti-American when I launch Occupy Peace and can't stand a piece of fucking crap like the Nobel Peace Crap Prize winner Obama that ruined Libya, ruined Syria, troop surge in Afghanistan, kept the Iraq war going, can't stand Bush, can't stand Clinton, don't like Trump. Oh, you forgot he slaughtered that guy Soleimani, the Iranian general? And what he did to Venezuela, Trump? Oh, he brought the capital of Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. So I can't complain about my country. And when I complain about the barbaric treatment that the Israelis have done, not the Jews, the Israelis have done to the Palestinians, stealing their land. Oh, you know who the people in Gaza are? These are people that the Israelis threw out in 1948. Yeah, and put them in there when they stole all their homes and land. Against the Geneva Conventions, against Article 242 of the United Nations. So anyway, going back to the economy, this fucking thing is going down big. So going back to the economy. I mean, look at this fucking picture of the fucking king. Look at it. Look at this fucking circus they put on. Put that picture back up. King's speech. Still wearing the heavy jeweled encrusted imperial state crown. Imperial state crown? How can you dress up like this? Hey, look at that fucking guy holding up that cross or whatever he is. Look at it. Look at this fucking shitheads. Look at this fucking clown show. Still wearing heavily jeweled, encrusted imperial state crown, seated on a throne. On a throne? I sit on a throne. I don't shit. I don't piss. I'm just full of shit and piss because I never let it out. Showed King Charles. Here, Charlie boy. Charles. Ah, what a fucking bunch of shit. Delivered the king's speech. All right, moving on. China deal-making slump sends bankers' fees to lowest in decades. No shit. Writing about it in your Trends Journal week after week after week after week. Now it's in the Wall Street Journal. Chinese markets become investment problem. The second largest economy in the world, going down the crap. But thanks to the COVID war, the zero COVID policy of 3 years of lockdown that fucked the country up. Central banks insist rates will remain higher. Okay, everybody's saying the rates are going to go higher, and they may. We say they're going to go down in November. Goldman Sachs came out today. They said they're going to go higher. We say they're going to, not November, in next year, for the run-up of the November elections. So we say they're going to go down in 2024. That's our bet. Israel businesses buckle under wars as war inflicts heavy toll. This is Financial Times. Yep. The businesses are fucked. Yep. It's right there. Bloomberg. U.S. debt held by younger than 50-year-old rose to a record in the third quarter. The Dow Jones is doing great. They just had their best time since 2021 as everybody's going fucking broke. Not everybody, the majority. The most indebted households are those between the ages of 40 and 50. Yeah, right at the height of your life. Yep. Auto loan balances rose by $13 billion last quarter to a record $1.6 trillion to buy a piece of fucking shitty car with all this stupid electronic fucking high-tech crap brought to you by the fucking geeks. The trunk opens by itself. Beep, 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 beep. I got a bunch of stupid shit. It keeps going on. Serious delinquencies for auto loans or loans 90 days longer past due are the highest since the Great Recession. For borrowers in their 20s and 30s. The markets are going to go down. The whole fucking thing's going down. But don't worry, when all else fails, they take you to war. 20% of U.S. offices are vacant. This is from CNN. Yeah, no shit. And you know what the office occupancy rate is? According to Castle Systems? 49.6%. That's right. The office building bust is going to bring down the banks. Big fucking time. Big time. And no one hardly is talking about it. We only forecast this over 3 years ago. Said it was going to happen. Matter of fact, I think there's some of the numbers that are coming up now that they have to pay on their loans. About $270 billion in commercial real estate loans held by banks are due by the end of this year. Here it is, one of the top 10 trends. We said this is the year it's going to be recognized. Office conversions get even harder to do. Oh, look at this. Wow, never would have fucking known it. We've only been saying this since they started bullshitting about office conversions. Buildings built in the last 50 years are non-convertible because of the way they're built. All right? So it's just more fucking
Bullshit.
coming from the fuck-ass politicians that say they're going to convert them into housing. EV makers resort to discounts to combat waning demand, as forecast in your Trends Journal. All right, on to the Israel war. And again, how can you listen to these fucking politicians? How can you be so fucking stupid? So you get your T-shirt to tell them how you feel. Hey, politicians, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? In the back of the shirt, says it well. Go to Trends Journal, and go to the .com shop. It's right there. And get it and wear it because we got a bunch of shitheads running and ruining our lives. So, you ready? No possibility of Gaza ceasefire, Biden. None. No possibility, Biden told reporters today outside the White House. Yep. Speaking as he was boarding Air Force One, did he trip up the stairs or down the stairs? Israel's going to implement a 4-hour pause in areas in northern Gaza. Big fucking deal. Yeah. This is the fucking clowns running the show. Fucking clowns. How fucking stupid can you be to swallow the shit coming out of the mouth of the politicians? Israel sees military control over Gaza after war. More stealing their land, more stealing their land. Al Jazeera. At least 10 Palestinians have been killed, 20 others injured today in raids in Jenin City and refugee camps in the occupied West Bank. Occupied West Bank, they have no fucking right being there. Against international law. And again, old news. They've been doing this before this happened. You look at the articles that we wrote in the Trends Journal leading up to this. We said when all else fails, they take you to war because of the protests going on. They've been going after the Palestinians continually this year. And again, there it is. Middle East meltdown, top trend for 2023. Nobody in the world had forecast this other than us. Right there. One of your top trends came out on June 3rd of this year. Yep. 10 Palestinians. You ready? At least 174 Palestinians have been killed across the West Bank since October 7th. That's when Hamas launched its attack. That killed some 1,400 people in Israel. And according to Haaretz, about half of them were soldiers and security forces and cops, etc. Since then, Israel so far has killed 10,812 Palestinians, including nearly 5,000 children. Investigation disproves Israel's claim of Hamas tunnel under Gaza hospital. Right there. We're getting them Gazas. This is the Al Jazeera's digital investigation agency, blah, 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 blah. You can read it from them. You decide if it's true or not. Israel targets military sites in southern Syria. What the fuck are you doing targeting military sites? They're ramping up this war. You got it? Because U.S. launches new self-defense strikes in Syria. Yep, this was yesterday. 2 U.S. F-15 fighter jets carried out the latest airstrikes on Wednesday in eastern Syria, the Pentagon said. What the fuck are we doing in eastern Syria? Oh, eastern Syria where we're stealing the oil? That's right. As I said, you think we would have invaded Iraq if their major export was broccoli? U.S. forces under fire in Middle East as America slides towards brink. That's the headline from CNN today. Yep. And again, you're not allowed to speak out against Israel, but we had, just before we went on the air, up here in Kingston, I'm going to guess between 1,500 to 2,000 people right here on Wall Street, right around the corner from my building. It's not even a stone's throw away. Protesting, calling for a ceasefire and protesting what Israel is doing to the Palestinians. Here's the clip.
Look how they're outnumbered. Look how they're outnumbered. Look how they're outnumbered. All races, creeds, and colors.
The Jewish people are on the right, outnumbered. Now watch how this crowd changes.
I've been around a long time. Never seen anything like this. Is uptown Kingston. This is in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know who this guy is.
And the cops are cool about it. They're not busting anybody's chops. I'm heartbroken about this. Look how outnumbered they are. Check them out.
Here, look how it grew.
Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea.
We'll never be defeated. People power. I said it in the last Trends Journal.
That was the
We're
beginning.
talking about it. Alex Jones. People power, not political power.
That was the beginning of it, and then you saw how big it got. So to speak.
Not another dime.
That's all
Not
the people
another.
that were there protesting.
No more money for Israel's crime.
We're outnumbered. 8 billion to 16.1 million. I haven't seen protests like this since the Vietnam War. And that was brought to you, by the way, Jewish Voices for Peace. Yep. Ceasefire now. And they were saying it, some of the chants, ceasefire now, Palestine will be free. Peace right now, peace right now. Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation has to go. And they also chanted about closing down the U.S. military industrial complex. So what else we got? New York Times writer forced to resign after opposing Israeli genocide in Gaza. Great. China, Russia aim to capitalize on backlash over Gaza deaths. This is from the Wall Street Journal today. This is why you subscribe to the Trends Journal, because they write in propaganda language that twists your brain into the direction that they want. I'm just going to read you the first paragraph. The bloody war in Gaza is providing the U.S.'s main geopolitical rival, China and Russia, with a valuable opportunity to garner support around the world. You ready? Enabling the two repressive autocracies to harness a wave of sympathy for the Palestinians. Two repressive autocracies. The United States banned that congressional woman who's a Palestinian from saying what she wanted. I just read to you the article, New York Times writer forced to resign after opposing Israeli genocide. You couldn't say anything else opposing the COVID war. You want to talk about repressive autocracies? The democracies have become repressive autocracies. But this is the way that they slant the news to make you hate the people that they want you to. Uruguay pivots to China from U.S. Today's, all right? The world, much of the world has had enough of the United States. Going back to the economy. When interest rates go down, the dollar is going to go down. It's going to be the beginning of the death of the dollar. The world has had enough of America. Gold prices are going to escalate. Oh, as far as Bitcoin, where it is, we'd forecast is to the dollar in the Trends Journal. Month after month after month after month after month, we said if it stays in this range above 25,000, and as soon as it breaks over 30,000, 31,000, it's going to keep climbing higher. And we had the downside of 15,000, which it never hit. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky cancels elections. Isn't that great? Hey, I'm the president. I'm staying here. We're at war. Yep. Only believes Zelensky. Again, he can play the piano with his penis. There he is. Bump, 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 bump. And what else do we got here? I mean, look at this fucking shit. People swallow this crap from these fuckheads. Here he is playing the piano. Great. Clap, everybody. FDA approves Mounjaro for weight loss. Drug first cleared for diabetes. Blah, 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 blah. It's going to cost $1,000, 60 cents a month. You ready? The drug does come with some side effects, the most common being nausea, vomiting, and other gut woes. Isn't that nicely put? Other gut woes. I mean, it'll fuck you up in a lot of different ways, but you know, don't eat right. No. Don't. Matter of fact, it's not just bullshit coming out of my mouth because I'm not a politician. And again, hey, politicians, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? You get your shirt at Trends Journal. This is the first book I worked on. Natural healing. All right? 1986, 88. So rather than suffering from blimpitis, of which 70% of Americans are overweight and 42 are obese, how about eating properly and stop buying crap food? But no, just take the drug, $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year, and you could buy some real fine food and eat nice for another $12,000 bucks. And what else do we have here? I've got a lot more. A lot more in your Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com, and read History Before It Happens. And remember, people power, not political power. We're in the most critical time of our lives right now. And don't forget to watch the video, please, that I did of Judge Andrew Napolitano yesterday. That's the guy I'd like to see president. I no longer support RFK Jr. Gone. He's so pro Israel and the genocide. He's totally on different pages. I'm a man of peace. And again, I write the facts. They're all here. If you could debate them, let me know. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, subscribe to the Trends Journal. The more subscribers we have, the more our voice gets out there, the more we can help change the world in a better direction. Thank you.
The Trends Journal, the best investment you could make, because it's the best investment into your mind, and it can change how you look at the world.
His work is actually a gold mine. Anybody interested in politics, political trends, economic trends, social trends, cultural trends, you have to follow him. Gerald Celente.
The Trends Journal is one of the greatest sources of information, and and it really is. You're predicting these things well ahead of time. I would encourage everyone to go grab the latest copy.
Been a Trends Journal subscriber for 20 years. I just have to commend you. What you guys have put together in your latest Trends Journal, there's nothing like this out there.
Sir, everything that you predicted about the economy, you were absolutely right. So I have followed you all this time. So please take a look at the Trends Journal.
You correctly forecast that the Fed would hike rates quite aggressively, correctly said that initially gold and silver would drop as the Fed starts to raise rate to 1.5% and above. When we spoke last, Bitcoin was around 49,000. You said you expect to drop, and if it drops below 30, 35, then it could really drop.
Trends Journal, which I would encourage people to go and check out. It's actually a 200-page document, pure data-driven analysis.
Gerald Celente, the top trends forecaster in the world. Gerald, you had an interesting call back in September of last year. You said gold had bottomed, which is exactly what happened. And here we are, and we're above $1,900.
Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read History Before It Happened at trendsjournal.com.